Today is Saturday, January the 25th. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Hoops Talk. I'm your host, Mike DuPont. Feel free to check the description in the comments below for additional links to other outlets should you feel so interested. And let's just dive right in. So yesterday was Friday. We looked in the news real quickly. At 5:19 p.m., a report from ESPN came out, and Willie Cauley-Stein was on his way to Dallas. The Golden State Warriors will get a 2020 second round pick, league sources tell Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, from the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz's 2020 second round pick will go to Golden State, and in exchange, the Dallas Mavericks will receive Willie Cauley-Stein. Willie Cauley-Stein headed to Dallas. How do you feel about that? A little bit about Willie Cauley-Stein, what you can expect from him. At his peak, he was a rim-running center out of Kentucky. At his prime, you can get about 12 points, 8 rebounds, a steal, and a block, so you can expect a little two-way contribution out of him on a nightly basis, which I'm sure fans are happy to hear. How do we grade the Willie Cauley-Stein deal? How do we grade Willie Cauley-Stein on his way from San Francisco to Dallas? I'll say right now, looking at it at face value, give it about a B-. Maybe even bump it up to a solid B. And here's why. You lost Dwight Powell, you lost him for the season. Chemistry is not going to happen overnight. Progress is a process. Willie Cauley-Stein is a guy that, first off, is going to contribute on both ends, similar to what Dwight Powell was able to do, what you could project from Dwight Powell. Willie Cauley-Stein also going to be a major rim runner. You can anticipate that from him. Going to be a finisher. Going to be a guy that's very active in that Luka Doncic pick and roll. Willie Cauley-Stein has a player option for next season. He's got 2 years on the contract, so this year, then he'll get to decide if he wants to come back to Dallas for next season. About $2 million to a little over $2 million on both years of those deals. $2 million this year, $2 million next year. Very cap-friendly deal that you've got Willie Cauley-Stein on, and again, nothing to disrupt your long-term cap space over the future. So not a major commitment, not a major long-term commitment that you're making to Willie Cauley-Stein, but at the same time, he is serving a need. He is filling a need, a glaring need that you have to address right now in your roster. I would love to hear from you out there. How do you grade the Willie Cauley-Stein deal? C, C-, C+, B, A? Are you feeling ambitious? Are you a real Mavs fanatic out there? You giving it an A+? I'd love to hear why. Let me know. Whatever channel you might be watching on, feel free to just drop your thoughts. A little bit of info about Dallas and Utah. Vegas has the total at 225. I did mention that in their last 5, the Mavericks are averaging 122 points per game, and the Jazz are averaging 124. I'll let you do the math for yourself. There is a reason why Vegas does have that game as low as they've got it, and we're going to dive right into it. The Utah Jazz are currently allowing the 4th fewest points, and the fewest points completely, just absolutely, the fewest points allowed in the Western Conference at 105.8 points per game. So right now, the Utah Jazz, there are 3 Eastern Conference teams above them. And then there's Utah. And they're allowing, right now, 105.8 points per game. I did mention that the Mavericks are scoring 122 over their last 5. Well, the Jazz aren't giving up. The Jazz aren't giving up 122 on the season. They're not giving that up, so that'll be interesting which side wins out, whether it's the offense or whether it's the defense. A little bit about the Mavericks heading into tonight's game. They do have the 3rd best offense overall from a numbers standpoint. They're averaging 116.8 points per game on the year. And I did mention in their last 5, they're currently averaging 122 points per game. So that will be interesting to see which side wins out. It will be interesting to see which side wins out. Is it going to be the points? Is it going to be the offense? The Mavericks also 4th league-wide in points differential at +7 points per game. So it will be interesting to see which side wins out. Moving forward, another game on the docket tonight. This game will be televised nationally. The Lakers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers at 7:30 on ABC. The Lakers are 36-9 on the season. The Sixers are 29-17. The Lakers are 3-2 in their last 5, while the Sixers are 4-1, streaking hot in their last 5. A little bit about the two teams. The Lakers are averaging 114 points per game on the season. They're allowing 106 points per game. Again, they're allowing 106 points per game on the season. The Philadelphia 76ers averaging 108 points per game on the season, and they're giving up the second fewest points on the season, 105.1 points per game. The only team allowing fewer points per game than that on the year is Orlando. And I'll give you a hint. That's all it takes, 104. They're giving up 104, the Magic are per game. That's all you need to beat them. So that'll be an interesting follow tonight. One question that I would ask you, one name that's been floating around, Derrick Rose, if you haven't heard too much about the Detroit Pistons, there's a reason they haven't really been doing too well. So a lot of their players are starting to surface in different trade rumors. Andre Drummond being one of them. Blake Griffin was one of them until he went down for the year. And Derrick Rose also been playing very well lately, and deservingly so. Teams are starting to wonder, how would Derrick Rose fit into our roster? And I'm curious out there. I would like to know, could you see Derrick Rose potentially meshing with these Los Angeles Lakers? I'd be interested to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts out there. So to wrap things up here, thanks for tuning in. Another edition of Hoops Talk. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy your time with your family. Enjoy your time with yourself. Be blessed.